Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla TV. You can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Dainese Dyno Pro D1 boots, available at RevZilla.com. So in front of me, I have the new Dyno Pro D1, full redesign moving into 2016. Behind it, I've got a sad clown. This is the original Dyno Pro. Now, when there was no Dyno Pro D1, boy, wasn't this a sexy boot. Now you bring out the Dyno Pro D1, and you really want to make the original Dyno Pro go away. In my opinion, aesthetically, apples and oranges. This is today, this is tomorrow. And if we look at it, the way they've designed it, the big changes here are the fact that the entire TPU moving up the outside of the boot, both laterally and medially, around the ankle, around the heel, with these exposed magnesium panels, it is completely redesigned. It's low profile, and they even redesigned the elasticated bellows in the front. You can see here versus the old version in my left hand. It's a better looking boot. And I'll tell you, as you work our way through the nuances of the new shock absorber, the new shift panel, the new style in which they've designed their sliders and even their grip panels, it's more functional as well. And that's what we're a big fan of. Remember, a few different colors available for the guys. There's no ladies version yet. And if you don't want to be this technical and you want to eliminate some of the extra plastic on the outside of this bad boy, look at the Dyno D1, which is the baby brother that does come in a ladies version as well, which is a little bit less expensive and it's going to be more refined. If we look at this boot, remember, aggressive 3-season warm weather sport riding boot. It's the bottom half of a Torque D1. So again, it's not taking you to the track, but you're getting that race DNA that starts with Valentino Rossi. Now, if we quickly think about sizing, Dainese, use a size chart. It won't be that surprising unless you have really, really wide feet. For average American feet, you're fine. If you're a really wide American foot, Dainese is Italian, it's not overly wide, maybe not the best choice for you. Just keep that in mind. And remember, we're going to ship for free over 39 bucks, and I'd love it if you click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla TV, leave me your comments, your questions, some made-up Italian world on the new Dainese Dyno Pro D1. Now, diving into the boot itself. As in years past, we have magnesium, hard parts, replaceable on the toe. You see it popping out here on the ankle. You see how much cooler that looks on this new version versus the old. Again, streamlined. And you're gonna have a similar style here in the back where they've completely redesigned it, made it a lower profile. Still gonna be basic from the top down. You're still getting a speed lace system. That's really where the similarities stop. And you know what, one more. It's still gonna be that D-Tech race sole, which is really nice. But I'll tell you, on the new version, it's more flexible. They've added flex to the boot, and they've also added flexibility to the shifter panel. So behind it, there's almost fins or gills cut out, so it's gonna move a little easier with your foot, interface with the bike, give you a little more tactile feedback. The other thing that I really like is this bellow system. Now, I will say this, Dainese, shame. They went microfiber, which is a synthetic microfiber, a synthetic leather, versus real full grain leather on the previous version. I kind of dig the full grain leather on this area of the boot, but I like the line of this one much better. So it's a trade-off, and in my opinion, it doesn't feel as nice, but it's way sexier. The other thing that's my favorite thing ever is this boot had this Frankenstein thing. And we tried not to talk about it, we tried not to look at it, we used to put it in the corner, not mention it when it was over for dinner. They got rid of it. It's no longer eating at your table. It's now blacked out Batman style with no Frankenstein stitching. So that, to the credit of Dainese, is done really well. Now there is one thing you haven't heard from me in this video yet, and that's gonna be the new venting system. Now you see it on the Torque D1. Not sure if it comes on the Nexus, to be honest with you, but you have it on the Dyno Pro. You don't have it on the Dyno Pro D1. You don't have it on the Dyno D1. How it works is you have ventilation coming in here from the instep, and what happens is the Venturi effect, which is going to basically use this other vent on the back to create a vacuum, suck the air out of the boot, comes in the front, circulates around your foot. Your foot gets cooler, and it sucks that air back out through the boot. Again, you're gonna see this on the Torque D1. You have it here on the Dyno Pro. It's a nice touch. And if we look at the side, now I'm done looking at this one. We're done with that, go away. If we look at the boot itself now, from the side and the way it's designed, you can see the line here, this horizontal line. This boot's actually designed for that horizontal line to run parallel with the ground and create a really aggressive, dynamic line. You can see this when it's the Torque D1. It has this great hinge system that, again, they're playing off the style, to be honest, of something like a Panigale or of something like a Lamborghini, where you're looking at this futuristic refinement, which is a big departure from some of the structural refinement we saw in previous versions. Now, we did talk about the angular. It's a minimized contact patch here, lower surface area, so it's going to slide easier out here on the lateral side of the heel, replaceable slider. We move around to the back. You have that big stamped heel counter, magnesium all the way up. Now we get to the inside of the boot. they've moved this contact patch. Now I'm pissed because they took this contact patch off of the new Dyno D1. Doesn't exist there. You have to get the Dyno Pro to get it. What it does, it creates a great tactile touch point with your plastics on your bike. It's moved further to the back to your heel because it's in a better spot to make a more positive contact. They've refined it over the last version. And then down here on the instep, you have that second part as well. Now the other thing I haven't mentioned, remember it's CE rated boot. Notice your ankle cockpit here. Notice all the way up. You're going to have an external hard part medially, and you also have it on the lateral side as well. These are no longer on the Dyno D1. So in the Dyno D1, it stops right there. You don't have it. Again, it's a little more street oriented. This guy is still street oriented, but it's a more track DNA. So you're getting these big, beefy protective panels that are gonna really take that protection to the next level. The other thing that's nearly impossible to see, you can't see it because it's buried in the boot, is the new heel monocoque shock absorber. So it's a 6-bushing design. What they've done is they've implemented this new shock absorber, which really impacts like that, minimizing the force going to be transferred to your body. So again, it's nice to see them up the game on the inside of the boot. You still have that speed lace system, still 3D liner, which is gonna pull warm, moist air and sweat away from you, allowing it to evaporate out. And again, that's going to be accelerated by the fact that you now have this Venturi vent system, which again pulls air in, pulls air out, circulates it around the foot, makes you a happy Italian camper regardless of how you ride or what you ride. So the next step in your journey is to click the info button. Visit RevZilla.com, read other rider reviews of the new Dyno Pro D1 from Dainese, see what they're saying as they put it through their paces. Remember, you don't have to take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to me on the RevZilla TVs, on the YouTubes. Come on. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.